Tonight, we are reflecting on the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster when it exploded during launch, killing its 7-person crew 40 years ago.
Can't believe it's been that long. Among the crew, NASA astronaut Ron McNair. His widow sat down with Ron Trevino about that tragic day and her husband's legacy.
Ron McNair.
When the crew of the Challenger made their way to the launch pad on the morning of January 28, 1986, it was freezing.
It was as if you didn't even have to be a scientist to know that nothing should go up in this kind of coldness. Icicles were hanging off of things.
Astronaut Ron McNair's wife Cheryl was at the Cape watching the launch, watching it go horribly wrong.
It didn't go straight as it was supposed to, all the way up. And we all just kind of looked at each other and what's happening.
The worst had happened, taking the lives of the entire crew. Beyond devastating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's nothing like what you ever imagined. I never imagined being a single parent, raising children, 2 young children. One was 18 months old.
And the loss of her husband, an astronaut with a PhD from MIT. He also had a black belt in karate, the second African American to fly in space, and the first to play the saxophone up there. Tell us more about Ron McNair, the man. What was he like?
Oh, very vivacious, very wanted to see and learn about everything.
Cheryl McNair would take the tragedy and try to use it for something positive as a founding family director of the Challenger Center, which strives to inspire the next generation of explorers and innovators. A few years ago, McNair lost her El Lago home to a fire. No one was hurt, but she lost a lot of family photos, some of her husband's medals, things you can't replace. But she would rebuild and continues to keep the Challenger's legacy alive as best she can. So when Houston looks back at the Challenger tragedy and the Challenger 7 and Ron McNair, what should they think of? What should be the inspiration for Houstonians?
I think it should be to continue to do your best.
Words to heed as Houston remembers a mission and crew that will forever live in the city's heart. Ron Trevino, KHOU 11 News.
Definitely a day America will never forget. I'll never forget that day. I remember it vividly. I was working in Seattle when the assignment desk called and said, you got to hear what happened. It's really something, and it's good to hear from the widow.
Absolutely. I think everyone remembers where they were, and it's so wonderful, in fact, that she still works to inspire the next generation of explorers, honoring her husband's legacy.
He liked to study everything, pass it on.
Absolutely.